Hello. Good day, everyone. I'm Mom Jules, teacher in grade 11, Earth and Life Science subject. This video focuses on organ systems. After you are through with this lesson, you are expected to describe the general and unique characteristics of the different organ systems in representative animals and analyze and appreciate the functional relationships of the different organ systems in ensuring animal survival. For the learning objectives for this day, we have 1. Identify and name the main organ of the different organ systems. Second, describe the general and unique functions of the different organ systems in specific animals. Third, classify the digestive system of some animals. Fourth, explain how organ systems work together to keep animals alive. 5. Enumerate ways on how you can take good care of your organ system. For the review on genetic engineering, the lesson last session, let us play the quizzes entitled Genetic Engineering Review. It is in public, visible to anyone. Just go to your student account in quizzes, then type in search window the organ system assessment. Look at the picture on this slide. So search on this picture on the slide by Mom Jules, then play on it. Look at this picture. What's on the slide? Recall the hierarchical level of biological organization. Living things exhibit a high degree of organization. Then, which is the least? What do you call the smallest particle of matter? It is an atom. Then, atoms combine to form a molecule. The molecule and another molecule form a macromolecule. These macromolecules will form the organelles. Then, they lead to the formation of the cell. A cell is the basic functional unit of an organism. So, look at this picture. A cell is taking a selfie with the use of a microscope. Groups of cells form tissues, and different tissues form organs. Different organs comprise an organ system with a specialized function. Animal cells need constant supply of nutrients such as water, oxygen, carbohydrates, proteins, and vitamins. They must also eliminate waste products like carbon dioxide and nitrogen containing compounds. But how it is possible to take place? In single-celled organism, exchange of materials occurs directly with the external environment. However, multicellular animals cannot exchange materials this way. Instead, various organ systems perform function of exchange. The different parts and organs of its organ system play a very important role in the unique characteristic and function in keeping animals alive. This lesson will discuss the unique characteristic of the different organ system of some animals. It will also give impression on how animals from varied habitat differ in their ways of exchanging gases from their body and the environment. It will further illustrate the different digestive system of some animals and will give you an idea on why some animals can digest food easily than other animals. For activity number 1, entitled Let's Name It, identify and name the following main organ of the different organ systems. Choose your answer from the word box. So let's have picture number 1. Picture number 1 controls thought, memory, and emotion. So that is brain. Okay? For number 2, it is responsible for breathing. And that is, okay, lungs. For number 3, contains infection fighting, which is known as the white blood cell. So that is spleen. For number 4, that is the main organ of the circulatory system. So that is a heart. Okay? Responsible for blood circulation and transportation of the nutrients. Number 5. Okay, that is a reproductive organ for the perpetuation of life. For number 6, a pair of bean-shaped organ. What do you call this pair? Okay, it is known as kidneys. Kidneys' job is to filter your blood. Number 7, what do you call this organ? It's a stomach. One function is for the temporary storage for food. For number 8, bone and muscle. The bone provides structure, work with muscle for movement. For activity number 2, who is responsible? Which organ system is the most responsible in the following situations? So, based from the given situation, you will identify which organ system is responsible. Situation number 1. You studied well last night for today's second grading examination. So, what is the organ system responsible for this? It's the nervous system. Okay? Next, let's have number 2. You have eaten a good breakfast for energy source. So, you eat. That is under digestive system. For number 3, you went to the bathroom since you drank a lot of water. You would not want to go out from the room during the exam. That is urinary or excretory system. For number 4, you walk hurriedly so you will not be late. You're catching your breath. So, which organ system is responsible for this situation? Deals with breathing. That is respiratory system. For number 5, you were out of balance and fell on your knee, but you managed to get up quickly. So that is under muscular or skeletal system. Then for number 6, you were thankful you have strong bones. Okay, still under muscular or that is more on skeletal system. For number 7, you are now in the classroom. You are excited and your chest is beating fast, but you are confident because you are ready. What is your answer? Your chest is beating fast. That is under circulatory system. For the next activity, you are going to recall the different major organs in the different system in a human body. Let's start with the respiratory system. Can you recall the major organs of the respiratory system? Okay, predict. So those are lungs, nose, mouth, and trachea. Okay, those are the organs under respiratory system. We have nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, bronchioles, alveoli, diaphragm, bronchi, lungs, and trachea. Next is the circulatory system. What are those major structures under circulatory system? Basically, it's the blood vessels and the heart. Okay, so the heart and the blood vessels and the rest, those are the part of the heart. Next is the nervous system. What are those major structures under nervous system? Normally, those are the brain, spinal cord, nerves, and the sense organs. Okay? Okay, so for number 4, let's have the major structures of the digestive system. So we have mouth, the esophagus, the liver, stomach, pancreas, the small intestine, the large intestine, rectum, and anus. And we have also here an appendix. Let me share about the history of appendix. Is this important to the digestive system? Can we live without it? Yes. According to Charles Darwin, suggested that the appendix was mainly used for digesting leaves, like in primates, and evolved to take on a new purpose over the course of evolution. Since we evolved and we are now the higher form of animal, we don't need that part anymore. So we can live without it. That is the history of appendix. For the endocrine system, okay, let me identify only some major structure. We have pituitary gland and hypothalamus. Okay, and the rest, they are also part of the endocrine system. Next, for the reproductive system, we have for the male organ, the testes and penis. For the female organs, the ovaries and uterus. And we have also those other organ of the reproductive system. For the muscular system, we have smooth and cardiac muscle tissue. And here, these are the parts of the muscular system. For number 8, lymphatic or immune system. um, tonsils, bone marrow, thymus, and the rest. For the integumentary system, the major structures are the hair, the skin, and the nails. For the skeletal system, we have the bones and joints. So these are the different part of the skeletal system: the clavicle, skull, sternum, spine, and the rest. For the urinary system, we have kidneys, ureter, urethra, and bladder. For activity number 3, the unique characteristic and function of the different organ system. Match column A to column B. Column A, the unique characteristic and functions, and column B, those are the organ systems. Let's have number 1. Transports nutrients, gases, and waste. So, what organ system involved in these functions? It's the circulatory system. Okay, so let's have number 2. Breaks down and converts food, absorbs nutrients, and eliminates waste. It's digestive system. For number 3, destroys invading microbes and viruses. It's lymphatic system, letter C. For number 4, provides structure and support moves substances throughout the body. That is muscular system. And the last one, manufacture cells that creates a new life system, is known as the reproductive system. For number 6, maintains homeostasis, regulates hormones, and relays chemical messages throughout the body. Which organ system? It's the endocrine system. Okay? Next, let's have number 7. Protects and support the body organs, interacts with muscles for movement. It's skeletal system. And for number 8, removes waste and regulates body fluids. For number 8, that is letter F, urinary system. And then for number 9, protects against injury, infection, and fluid loss. That is letter J, integumentary system. And for number 10, moves air in and out of lungs, controls gas exchange between blood and lungs. So that is under respiratory system. And the last one, controls sensory and motor function. What is left? That is the nervous system. Based on the presented organs in organ system, let us describe what is an organ system. An organ system is a group of organs that contribute to a specific function to the body. Next, let us proceed to the one of the most important organ system, for the survival of an animal. Let's have the process of the digestion in the digestive system. So, which is the first organ where the digestion take place? Number one, it's the mouth. Then, for the second, is in esophagus. The third, from esophagus to the stomach. Number four, from stomach to the small intestine. For number five, that is the next destination, it's the large intestine. For number six, it's rectum. And number seven, anus. Next, let's have the four types of digestive systems. 1. Monogastric. A monogastric digestive system has one simple stomach. The stomach secretes acid, resulting in a low pH of 1.5 to 2.5. The low pH destroys most bacteria and begins to break down the feed materials. Animals with this type of digestive system are better adapted to eat rations high in concentrates. Concentrates are highly digestible feedstuffs that are high in energy and low in fiber. Concentrates are typically 80 to 90% digestible. Examples of monogastric animals are hogs, cats, dogs, and humans. Second type of digestive system, avian. This is found in poultry. The system differs greatly from any other type. These poultry do not have teeth, there's no chewing. Poultry break their feed into pieces small enough to swallow by pecking with their beaks or scratching with their feet. Feed enters the mouth travels to the esophagus and empties directly into the crop. The crop is where the food is stored and soaked. Food then moves from the crop to the proventriculus. Proventriculus is the stomach in a bird, where the gastric enzymes and the hydrochloric acid are secreted. From the proventriculus, the food makes its way to the gizzard. The gizzard is a very muscular organ which normally contains grit or stones that functions like teeth to grind the food. The food then moves from the gizzard to the small intestine and then to the large intestine. The non-digestible food components then travel into cloaca. Urine is also emptied into the cloaca. The material is then passed out the body through the vent. The digestion in the avian system is very rapid. Third, ruminant. The ruminant digestive system has a large stomach divided into 4 compartments. The rumen, the reticulum, omasum, and the abomasum. The ruminant digestive system is found in cattle, sheep, goats, and deer. Ruminant animals eat feed rations that are high in refuges and low in concentrates. You know what is concentrates already. As I mentioned earlier, concentrates, these are feeds high in energy but low in fiber. Refuges are feedstuffs that are high in fiber but low in energy and typically only 50 to 65% digestible. So the first and largest section of the stomach is the rumen. Okay, here's the rumen. In the rumen, solid feed is mixed and partially broken down. The reticulum is the second segment of the stomach. This part. The reticulum is a small pouch on the side of the rumen that traps foreign materials such as wire, nails, and so forth. The omasum is the third part. The third compartment of the stomach. Omasum produces a grinding action on the feed and removes some of the water from the feed. Hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes are mixed with feed in the omasum. The abomasum is the fourth compartment of the stomach. It is referred to as the true stomach because it is similar to the stomach in monogastric animals. Four types. Pseudo-ruminant. A pseudo-ruminant is an animal that eats large amount of roughage but does not have a stomach with several compartments. The digestive system does some of the same function as those of ruminants. For example, in the horse, the cecum ferments forages. Beside horses, example of pseudo-ruminants are rabbits, guinea pigs, and hamsters. For activity number 5, where do I belong? Classify the 4 basic types of digestive system. Group the given list of animals according to the type of their digestive system. Samples were given below. So we have 4 types: monogastric, avian, ruminant, and pseudo-ruminant. Let's have number 1, chicken. Chicken, that is under avian. Okay. Then how about cat? The cat, that is monogastric. And how about rabbit? A rabbit is under pseudo-ruminant. Okay? They don't have a compartment in their stomach. And cow? The cow is under ruminant. Okay? Next, a hog is under monogastric. How about hamster? The hamster don't have also compartment in their stomach, so it's under pseudo-ruminant. For the sheep is under ruminant. And then earthworm. Earthworm, do we consider it as monogastric? No. How about pseudo-ruminant? Do they have 4 compartment or no compartment? Or how about avian? It is under avian. Why? Because earthworm don't have teeth. Okay? It is just like a bird or under avian digestive system. Then, the pig is also under monogastric, and horses given already. How about the dog? The dog is under monogastric, and the duck is under avian. So, do you have any question or verification for this? Here's the question. How organ systems work together to keep animals alive? For activity number 6, my heart rate. You are familiar with this activity. You perform when you are in grade 7 in physical education or PE. And then when you are in grade 9, you perform this in your science class. Okay? So, in procedure number 1, find your pulse by lightly pressing the inside of your wrist. Just follow the uh, image. Then, can you feel the beat? To know your heart rate, choose a watch with the second hand and count how many beats you can feel in 1 minute. Record this number as your 1 minute pulse rate while resting. Okay, are you ready? Time start now. Stop. You may now record your 1 minute pulse rate. Okay, let's have number 2. Jog in place for 30 seconds. If you cannot jog in your place, you can dance, you can walk, or do a physical activity. Then, count how many beats can you feel in 1 minute. Record this as your 1 minute pulse rate when you are active. Okay, for the meantime, let's have 30 seconds physical activity. You can jog, you can walk, or do something. You can dance in your place. Okay, so 30 seconds. Stop. Now, feel the beat of your pulse. Okay, stop. The different organ system works together to perform different tasks to ensure survival of animals, including humans. The number of pulse rate you counted while resting in activity number 6 are fewer compared when you do the jog in place. While resting, the pulse rate usually ranges from 70 to 100 beats per minute. But when you do things that require more energy, the heart pumps faster to supply your blood enough oxygen that your body needs. The heart is a central organ of the circulatory system. Your heart is like a two pump in one. The heart pumps the blood, and with the assistance of the blood vessels in the circulatory system, distributes the oxygen-filled blood to the different parts of the body. It also collects waste products and delivers it to the kidney of your excretory system and lungs of the respiratory system for waste disposal. It supplies the brain with blood carrying enough amount of oxygen, and in return, the body regulates the heart rate and the blood pressure of the circulatory system. The brain in the nervous system is being protected by the bone of your skull, yet it controls the movement of your muscles and bones. When someone smells his favorite food, the brain recognizes and interprets, giving signals to the digestive system that he is hungry and must eat. For activity number 7, let us synthesize, integrate what you have learned in activity 1 to 6. Directions, complete the sentence below. Okay, number 1. Various organs are grouped together to form a body blank. What is that blank? That is system, which carries out a special function. Okay, that is number 1. For number 2, organ systems are composed of, the organ system composed of blank, it's an organ, okay, composed of organs, and perform a specific or major function for the organism. Therefore, as 21st century learner, I should take care of my organ system. How can you take good care of your organ system? Okay, let's have 1. You must have enough rest or sleep, eat balanced diet, stay hydrated, drink at least 4 to 6 glasses of water, then exercise regularly, avoid vices like cigarette smoking and drinking alcoholic beverages. For the assessment, let's have number 1. Which two organ systems are working together? Messages travel down the spinal cord to the muscles, causing movement of the body. A. Endocrine and circulatory. B. Nervous and circulatory. C. Nervous and muscular. D. Urinary and skeletal. So, the keyword here, the spinal cord, and then the muscle. So, spinal cord and the muscle, that is nervous and muscular. It's letter C. For number 2, which two systems are working together? The food nutrients are transported to the different parts of the body through the blood. Keywords: food nutrients transported to the different parts of the body. Okay, so we have letter A, digestive and circulatory system. For number 3, our brain interacts with the muscular system to coordinate movements throughout the body. What organ system does the brain belong? A. Digestive system, B. Excretory, C. Muscular, D. Nervous. The brain that is under nervous. Which animal does not belong to the group in terms of the type of digestive system? A. Cat, B. Dog, C. Pig, D. Sheep. Obviously, the correct answer is sheep. Okay? And the last one. What are the three systems that work together to move the body? A. Digestive, circulatory, respiratory. B. Digestive, respiratory, skeletal. C. Nervous, skeletal, circulatory. D. Skeletal, muscular, and nervous. Work together to move the body, so you need the skeletal, muscular, and nervous. So that is letter D. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. The summative test will be posted in your Google Classroom. Have a nice day.